and Homer. Recognizing the value of interagency coordination, you partnered with the Savannah River National Laboratories Law Enforcement Technology Support Center during the October 2010 National Advanced Wireless Tagging, Tracking, and Locating Project. You served as the Coast Guard Project Officer and Field Representative during the project's underway testing and provided support during strategic field integration, testing, and tracking technology. Your efforts were instrumental to the success of this project, which will enhance the future safety of law enforcement and military personnel. With an impressive knowledge and understanding of Coast Guard policy and military customs and courtesies, you engaged Sector Anchorage as a trusted partner and staunch advocate for the auxiliary in the largest and most challenging Captain of the Port area responsibility. Your professionalism, humility, and partnership inspired a strong sense of camaraderie and served as an excellent example of commitment and teamwork for gold and silver members alike. You are commended for your outstanding performance of duty. By your meritorious service, you have upheld the highest traditions of the United States Coast Guard. You are hereby authorized to wear the Commandant's Letter of Commendation ribbon bar. For the Commandant, J.A. Fosdick, Captain U.S. Coast Guard Commander, Sector Anchorage. The 2010 National Award, First Place for Photography and Marine Safety, Noreen K. Folkerts, District 17. And 2010 National Award, First Place Photography for Public Affairs. Presented at NACON in Scottsdale, Arizona on August 28, 2010.
Nice.
Presenting the Coast Guard Meritorious Unit Commendation to Coast Guard Sector Juneau, Juneau, Alaska, for services set forth in the following. Actually, can we have Captain Bird back up here? For meritorious service from February 2010 to May 2010, while leading oil recovery operations on the sunken vessel SS Princess Kathleen, the 369-foot passenger vessel grounded on Lena Point, just north of Juneau, Alaska, during bad weather on September 7, 1952, and sank with potentially 150,000 gallons of fuel oil in its 14 tanks. For 58 years, the Princess Kathleen sat in the depths down to 140 feet, seeping bunker oil as a reminder of the vessel's presence. As the seepage worsened in 2010, Sector Juneau commissioned an underwater hull structure assessment and soon discovered numerous wastage and structural concerns. An evaluation of the cost, damages, and benefits of the oil removal was completed, and the decision was made to proceed with a controlled subsurface lightering operation in lieu of responding to a future uncontrolled catastrophic release that could potentially cost over $100 million to clean up. Sector Juneau established a unified command to coordinate 9 different federal, state, and local organizations that developed and put into action an oil removal action plan. Under Sector Juneau's leadership, the Unified Command conducted several community open forum events to ensure transparency, gaining full community buy-in and support. Working in close partnership with leading oil spill removal and salvage organizations, Sector Juneau keenly marshaled the vast resources necessary to complete this ambitious endeavor. All 14 fuel oil tanks were eventually cleaned using an innovative hot water exchanger process with an estimated 130,000 gallons of bunker oil removed from the vessel. The Princess Kathleen was ultimately preserved as an historic wreck, and the pristine waters and beaches of the vicinity of Lena Point, Alaska were protected from these this oil spill threat. The devotion to duty and outstanding performance demonstrated by Sector Juneau are in keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Coast Guard. The operational distinguishing device is authorized for the Commandant Christopher C. Colvin, Rear Admiral, U.S. Coast Guard, Commander, 17th Coast Guard District. The 5-Star Inspector of the Year. In recognition of superior performance, the District 17 5-Star Inspector of the Year Award for 2010 is awarded to Ted Alio from the City of Flotilla. In the 11th year of the 5-Star Uninspected Passenger Vessel Program, you conducted the highest total of 5-star inspections in and around Sitka, Alaska. Congratulations. Signed, Rick Janelle, D17 5-Star Program Manager. Unfortunately, the plaque did not make it to Anchorage. So we will get you your award as soon as we can. Citation to accompany the award of the Coast Guard Auxiliary Achievement Medal to Roy D. Stoddard, United States Coast Guard Auxiliary. Mr. Roy Stoddard is cited for superior performance of duty while serving as Personal Protective Equipment PPE Manager for District 17 Auxiliary from June 2001 through December 2010. During this period, Mr. Stoddard volunteered hundreds of hours of personal time, ensuring 135 D17 auxiliary members were outfitted with the appropriate type and level of PPE. Due to inherent dangers of operating in Alaska's extreme weather conditions, his efforts directly contributed to the safety and success of all auxiliary missions. Mr. Stoddard expertly managed a cumulative inventory of hundreds of thousands of dollars of PPE over his 9-year tenure. He maximized limited resources to the fullest, often sacrificing personal space in his garage to handle the arrival of PPE. With the assistance of the Director's Office, Mr. Stoddard developed a detailed tier system to specify the equipment each person received based on the type of operational facility used. He painstakingly generated his own spreadsheet tracking system and forms for the issuance of PPE to each auxiliarist. Often working late into the evening and on weekends, he diligently maintained complete and accurate reports of all issued PPE in a timely manner. Continuing to work behind the scenes, Mr. Stoddard took on additional duty of working with auxiliaries on the proper procedures for returning damaged PPE and quickly distributing replacement PPE, ensuring no gaps in operational response. Exercising remarkable foresight, he conducted quarterly inventories and provided the Director's Office with timely recommendations on future PPE needs, ensuring enough equipment was always readily available. His dedicated efforts and genuine concern for the safety of fellow members was instrumental in the success of D17 Auxiliary PPE program. Mr. Stoddard's diligence, perseverance, and devotion to duty are most heartily commended and are in keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Coast Guard and Coast Guard Auxiliary. Citation to accompany the award of the Coast Guard Auxiliary Meritorious Service Medal, Gold Star in lieu of a second, to Commodore Gary Taylor. Commodore Gary Taylor is cited for meritorious service in the performance of duty as 17th Coast Guard District Auxiliary Staff Officer for Operations, DSO-OP. From January 2005 to January 1995 to December 2010. Displaying steadfast commitment to operational excellence, Commodore Taylor was instrumental in overseeing and significantly enhancing the operational response capabilities of both the Auxiliary and the Coast Guard. Utilizing his vast knowledge and superb leadership skills, he effectively helped train and manage up to 140 coxswains, crew members, personal watercraft operators, and trainees annually. Their average yearly efforts resulted in the safe execution of 3,900 patrol hours, saving 7 lives, assisting 109 persons in distress, and protecting over $1.5 million in property. Now, that was just the average. In 2001, Commodore Taylor's tremendous knowledge base and exceptional instructor abilities were pivotal in the development and execution of the auxiliaries Coxswain Academy and subsequent academies that followed. The accelerated qualification programs were key to the success of the newly established auxiliary operated safe boat in Whittier and further helped establish 3 additional auxiliary operated stations in Alaska. As a result of his outstanding operational skill and impeccable integrity, Commodore Taylor was appointed the Chief Qualification Examiner Coordinator, CQEC for D17. As CQEC, he helped coordinate the vital qualification examiner program, selecting and mentoring the best, most highly skilled coxswains and training them to evaluate and qualify other coxswains and crew members, ensuring continued operational success throughout the district. In addition to these significant duties, he excelled in numerous auxiliary leadership positions and volunteered an astounding 24,525 hours, equivalent to almost 12 years of full-time employment. That was for his career here at D17. Commodore Taylor's dedication and devotion to duty are most heartily commended and are keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Coast Guard and Coast Guard Auxiliary. The operational distinguishing device is hereby authorized. For those of you that don't know, Gary will be transferring to Arizona later this year. Gary, you will be greatly missed. Your fellow auxiliaries have a special gift for you to remember your auxiliary career here in Alaska. This is an award that reads Commodore Gary A. Taylor, Anchorage Flotilla, United States Coast Guard Auxiliary, December 1980 to August 2011. In grateful appreciation for over 30 years of dedication, enthusiasm, hard work, and leadership. Semper Paratus.